Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eliza and I'm a little congested today. In today's video, I'm going to be knitting and chatting. Right now, I'm working on many things, many whips, but the project I'm working on today is a mohair vest. And I am super congested right now. I don't know if I'm sick or if I have really bad allergies, but I'm really congested and my voice is a little bit different. I'm working on a mohair vest right now. I'm almost done with the body. I just have to finish the back. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. It is purple. So I'm just finishing the top of the back neck shaping, and I just attached the front and the back on the opposite side using 3 needle bind off. I'm going to finish the shoulder, or I'm going to finish the back shoulder neck shaping, and then I'm going to attach the front and the back, and then it will look like this, and then I will add on neck binding. And I have a little bit more of this yarn, this purple yarn. I have like 1 1/4 balls, which is about 250 yards. And so I'm like a little tempted to try to make it a sweater and add sleeves, but I'm also worried I'm going to run out of yarn. So I might just commit to the vest. And this was a vest that I had in mind for my little online shop that I'm making many things for. It's not up yet, but I'm trying to make some things to have a little stockpile to put on the online shop. So this is going to be there. And so I just like cast on a random number of stitches, and after it's done I'll measure it and decide what size it is. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now in this video. I also wanted to talk about my 52 weeks of socks knitting progress, because I have not uploaded a 52 weeks of socks video in like 3 or 4 months now. But I have 3 pairs on various needles. And I'm just like kind of in a knitting slump where I haven't really been able to finish anything. And I don't know if it's, I think it's just like I have other stuff going on right now, and it doesn't help that I'm like a cast-on-aholic, so I want to keep casting on projects and then I'm not finishing projects. I'm just like, I'm not able to balance my knitting and my other things in my life right now. So I have a lot of whips and I have like no finished objects. With that being said, I did want to share one of my 52 weeks of socks whips. I have been posting about these on my Instagram, but I thought I would just share because you'll get a full video in a few weeks anyway, and I'm pretty excited for these ones. I'm not going to show you the other ones because they're like off somewhere else, but I have the morning coffee socks on my needles right now, and I did post a picture on Instagram a few weeks ago. So there'll be a video for those soon once I finish them. I'm about 3/4 of the way done with the first sock. And I was like, I don't know, I like them. I think they're kind of cool and quirky, but I kind of hate the stitch pattern. Not the way it looks, but just like doing it for me is just like, it's just a little tedious. It's not my favorite. And then I've also cast on the Alicia slippers. I cast those on and I finished one, and I have to finish the second one, and then you like block them and then you add the little details after. So those are my 2 52 weeks of socks whips. And then I have my third one right here. These I'm making scrappy socks for the Easy Peasy Scrappy Sock Knit Along on Instagram, hosted by Everything Shapes Us, I believe is their Instagram. I'll like link everything in the description. But I really wanted to participate in that knit along, and I thought it would be a great idea to just like do that and do a pair of 52 weeks of socks for that. So it's like I can participate and I can do another sock video and work my way through the book. So these are the Dear Bjorn socks. They have this really beautiful slip stitch pattern, and they run in opposite directions. So it'll actually be reversed, so this one would be on that side, and instead of them going away, they'll be going in towards each other. So this is the right foot and this is the left foot. And yeah, they're super cute and scrappy. I think the minimum amount of colors you could use for the scrappy sock knit along was 6. So I just like gathered all the little balls that I had, and I also like tied a bunch of little pieces of yarn together, which I'll use around the ankle portion, because I did tie them with knots. So after I like tied all the little pieces together for this sock, I was like, oh shoot, I can't use yarn that has like knots every 4 inches on the feet, because then you're gonna be like stepping on knots and that's not gonna be comfortable. So I'm just using like the small balls that I had right now, and then once I get to the ankle portion, I'll start using the yarn that I tied together so it's not like being stepped on. So yeah, I'll show you the back. So right now for this one, this is hedgehog fibers, this is Kelborn woolens, hedgehog fibers, I forget the brand of this brown yarn. This is the same, hedgehog. I have this tiny little pink, can you see it? The tiny row of pink is from Pearl Soho. I don't know where the orange is from. The white is Malabrigo. And then this is hedgehog fibers too. So yeah, there will be a full video for these soon. This will probably be the next 52 weeks of socks video that I do, because I'm the most excited about these ones right now. I did make these a little bit bigger than the bigger size in the pattern, because those patterns only come in 2 sizes, and I wanted to try to make them in big enough to fit my boyfriend's feet. The toes were like looking like they were gonna fit his feet, and then once I started doing the stitch pattern, they got a little bit smaller, and it did say that in the pattern that the stitch pattern, because it's kind of it's actually a cable, it's actually technically a cable pattern. Because you're twisting stitches, it said in the pattern that it would make them a little smaller. So I'm hoping that once I block them, they'll stretch back out to the size that I estimated, which would fit the circumference of his foot. But they're looking quite narrow right now. I put my foot in there and they fit, but they do stretch quite a bit. And since I'm making them for him and I want them to fit his feet, and I'm so scared that like he's gonna put them on and they're not gonna get over his heel, since that's already happened to me a few times, I did buy a pair of sock blockers today. I have the size medium sock blockers that I got during the summer from my lovely subscriber Sam, and I still use those all the time, but they are in my size and I wanted a bigger size, so I got the exact same ones, the metal ones, in a size large. So I'm hoping that I might just like shove these over the sock blockers before I finish the length of the sock, to make sure that they're gonna fit him. And if they don't fit over the sock blockers, then I'll probably just make them in like my size or my mom's size, or just a smaller size. But yeah, those are my scrappy socks. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want to see more of these, I will be posting them on Instagram as well, and then the video will be up after they're done. Okay, I'm gonna try to pick up my knitting, since this is a knit and chat video. I feel like I never actually knit in the knit and chat videos, and this might be hard because I am on the decrease section of this vest, but let's give it a shot. So I also wanted to talk about some projects that I want to do this year. I think in one of the last videos I posted, one of the last like knit and chat videos, I was talking about 2023 projects and how I didn't want to make like a list of projects that I wanted to do this year, but I liked the idea of that, and I like seeing what other people want to make throughout the year. But I have seen a few patterns that I would like to knit, and so I'm not going to write it down, but I'm just going to say it here right now, the patterns that I hope I can find time to knit this year for myself or other people, if I have other people in mind. The first one that I definitely want to knit this year, kind of for myself. Originally it was for myself, but I know my boyfriend wants one too. So a couple months ago I found the halibut sweater by Boyland Boyland Knitwear. It's this beautiful sweater with these halibut fish on the yoke of the sweater. And I've seen so many great iterations of this sweater online, and I was showing my boyfriend and I was like, look at this cute sweater with these fish on it, and he remembered that, and that was a few months ago. And I was talking about knitting him a sweater, and I had found another pattern. I think technically it's a woman's pattern, but I thought it would be like a great unisex sweater or a men's sweater. And I was telling him that I found this sweater, and I think I thought I knew what I wanted to make for him. And then he was like, what about the halibut sweater? So I think he wants one of those. I want to knit one of the halibut sweaters, maybe two, maybe one for me too, because they're pretty cute. And then the sweater that I had in mind for my boyfriend, I actually don't know the name of the sweater, but I'll find it and I'll link it in the description below. I had seen it on Instagram because somebody else that I follow had made it out of Noro yarn, and it looked so beautiful. Let me just, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just decrease. I'm gonna mess this up because I'm talking and trying to decrease and keep my stitch pattern, keep my stitch count correct. Oh, let me just get sidetracked for a second. So the yarn that I'm using to knit this is yarn that I got from the consignment yarn store. How many times can I say yarn in one sentence? I got this yarn from the consignment yarn store. It is Knit Picks. I just have the little quarter ball right now, but this is what the ball looks like. It is Knit Picks Surrey Dream yarn, and I got it for $4.50 a ball. It's like Surrey alpaca, merino wool, and then a little bit of nylon, and it's so pretty and it's so soft. And once I started knitting with it, I was like, love this yarn. It's so pretty. I love the self-striping like space dye thing that's happening. And so I looked it up online, and I think it's discontinued because I was like prepared to buy a bunch more. I thought it was so pretty. I think it's so pretty, but I can't find it. I don't think they make it anymore. I found another like Knit Picks Surrey yarn, but it's all the same. So let me know if you've seen that yarn in the comments and where I can get it, because it's so soft and it's so pretty, and I would love some other colors like orange or green in like the same kind of space dye tones. So pretty. Okay, what I was gonna do is I was gonna go on my phone to Instagram to find what I was talking about. Okay, so I follow on Instagram this person named Millie, and her Instagram is What's Millie Making. I love her Instagram. I've looked at it a few times. I'm really into her aesthetic and her color choices. It's very inspiring. I wish my Instagram looked like this. But she posted this one picture of her wearing, it's the Lakes pullover by Ozetta, and she made it in Noro yarn. And it's just so pretty. Yeah. So I don't know what it was about this sweater. I think it was the saddle shoulders, and that it was just kind of like a simple silhouette for a sweater, but I was thinking like this would be a great silhouette for a man's sweater, or or unisex sweater. Let's see if I can find it on the Ozetta Instagram. It's this sweater right here. So it just looked like a nice like simple sweater. I don't know, and I thought that I could like easily adjust this to my boyfriend's size, and then I would also learn that like saddle shoulder thing, because I've never done that before, and it looks like fun, and I want to learn new things. And I even like went onto the Noro site and was like looking at Noro yarns, because I love the idea of just getting a couple balls of one kind of yarn and just like going with the space dye effect, because I feel like I don't do that often. Usually I end up doing like a solid color, or I'll end up just like mixing my own yarns. But I kind of like the idea of this, like just getting a pattern that would work, and then getting a yarn that would like space dye, and like it would do all the novelty for me. So yeah, that I would like to knit that, I think. Not sure. Since he wants the halibut sweater, it's very TBD. Maybe I'll just try to make him a sweater with like scrap yarn that I have if I don't make him the or after I make him the halibut sweater, since that's what he wants. Also, let me know your thoughts on the curse of the boyfriend sweater, because I I really want to make my boyfriend a sweater, but I don't want him to break up with me before I finish it. Let me know your thoughts on the curse of the boyfriend sweater or girlfriend sweater, or I think it would apply in any romantic situation. I think you're safe to like make your friends and family things. It seems like it's a romantic curse. So let me know if you've completed any sweaters for your romantic partner and if they broke up with you before you finished it. I was saying to him, like, I'll just have to knit it really fast so I can beat the curse. But I was just joking. Okay, the other thing I want to make, I was looking at the Wandering Flock Instagram and I love their yarn. I think their yarn is so pretty. I have a pattern that I want to design in mind to use some of their yarn for. Like, I'm just mostly for like the beautiful pastel colors that they have. I just think that they would really work with this, like, this design I have in my head. But while I was creeping around on their Instagram, I saw this picture, and this person is wearing the ripple halter. And I've seen other people knit the ripple halter in these beautiful space dye yarns. And so I saw this, and I was like, I want to make one of those. And I had been thinking about making this halter before, but I don't know. I feel like once I make this for myself, I might not be into it because I'm a little self-conscious of my like arm squish right here. Like, I have a little arm squish, and I know it's like everyone has it, it's no big deal, but I don't know, I'm a little self-conscious. And this has like an extremely low cut on the side, but I think the space dye yarn and the silhouette combination are like really beautiful. So it's kind of in my mental like to knit list, but we'll see. I was also telling one of my knitting friends that I want to knit a pair of pants, and I haven't actually found a knit pair of pants pattern that I want to knit yet, but I did find a crochet pattern, and I was telling her that I wanted to make these pants, and she knows I have zero crochet experience, and she was like, you can totally do it, that's such an easy stitch. So these are the pants. These are the Fernie pants by Jessica Stitch Crafter. Jess Root Knots on Instagram. So the Fernie pants, I just think they're really cute. I love the color that she made them in the gray color. I don't know, they're just like, they kind of make me think of like dystopian knitwear from movies. Like the Matrix, you know, like the clothes that they wear in the Matrix when they're not in the Matrix, when they're kind of like wearing ripped sweaters and stuff. And I mean this in a positive way, because I think the clothes in the Matrix that they wear when they're in the Matrix, like the leather and stuff, that stuff's super cool. But I also like the like dystopian, like grungy clothes that they wear. And these are kind of making me think of that. I don't know why. But I want to make these. I think they're super cute. Yeah. But that's a crochet project, and I don't know how to crochet, so I would have to also learn how to crochet to make those pants. And then, what else did I want to make? Okay, and then the last thing that I can think of right now, there's like an endless list of patterns that I want to knit in my head, but the ones I can think of right now, I'm just going to tell you right now. Yeah, okay. The next one is an Ocean Knits knitting pattern. I want to knit one of the maid themed things that she's designed. So she has a couple videos where she's like wearing all of them. I kind of want to make one of the dresses. I think she posted, oh yeah, this video. I really like the mini Made You Love dress. I think that's super cute. I want to make one of those. I love that space dye yarn. Yeah. So it's either going to be a dress or one of the tops. I do like the tank tops too, and I have some cotton. I could make one for summer. Like this green tank top is super cute. And then she also posted like, oh, maybe it's gone. I was like creeping around on her Instagram a while ago. Maybe it's in her highlights. But she had the mohair version of this top, and she had made it with hedgehog fibers mohair. Oh my gosh, I look so sick right now. And she had made it with hedgehog fibers mohair in like the color Goblin, which is a cool like dark, it's like black with bright colors mixed in. She had made a top with that, and it was so cute. And I have some hedgehog fibers kid silk mohair. I think the color is like Soundwave or something, and it's like that. It's like black with multicolors, and I was like, what? That top is so cute. I never would have thought to use like yarn like that to make a top like that. But I think I need a second one because I don't think I have enough of that yarn. Dang, I don't think she has it on her Instagram anymore. I want to make one of the made you, whatever, dresses and possibly tops for spring and summer. I think those are so cute. And I love the idea of making, like, knitting a dress. I actually was at the Black Squirrel in Berkeley today buying my large sock blockers, and the person who helped me was wearing a knit dress, and I think it's from Pom Pom Quarterly. I don't know which issue, but I'll put a picture because I think I know which one. I just don't know like what quarter it's from, but I think it's from this one. It was just like a long mohair dress that looked like it was made on larger needles because you could see through it, and it was really pretty. And one of my friends is knitting a dress right now. She's knitting the Loopy Mango dress. I'll put a picture. And she said she's having a great time knitting it, so I'm just feeling inspired by everyone else, and I want to make a dress, and I want to make some pants, I want to make my boyfriend some things, I want to make some socks. I need to finish a pair of socks, like, cause like it's been months and I feel bad. I feel so bad. I'm in like a knitting slump, and I'm still knitting every day. I'm just not finishing everything. But I haven't broken my yarn buying ban yet. I did mention my loophole in the last video, which was buying secondhand mohair from eBay and the consignment yarn store. So I have done that, but I have not purchased any brand new yarn since, like, I don't know, the video before my 2022 knits video, where I said I didn't want to buy any more yarn because I already have a lot of yarn. And I want to knit with it. I want to get through the yarn that I already have because I was so excited when I bought it, and I don't want it to just sit in boxes. Also, another update is I'm clearly in my bed right now, but my studio, which has been in many videos, I'm moving out of it. Yeah, I'm moving out of that studio. I might do a video moving out and moving into my new studio. And yes, I have a new studio that I'm going to be moving into. It is going to be a lot different than my current studio, but I'm really excited. It'll definitely be in future videos. I think that's it as far as, well, what did I talk about? I talked about my whip, my 2 whips, my projects that I want to do, my little studio update. I think that's it because I haven't really been making anything, unfortunately. I'm going to try to get better about that. I'm going to try to figure out how to rebalance my life so I can prioritize the things I love, which are knitting. Let me know in the comments some of the projects you are definitely doing this year, whether it's like 1 or like 5. I'm very curious. I'll definitely look up the patterns. I love to know what other people are making, and yeah, I might make them too because I'm like very easily inspired by other people. My goal is to finish this vest today and post a picture of it on my Instagram tomorrow, which is when I'll be posting this video. So go to my Instagram and see if I did that, and if I did, leave me a comment on the picture of a purple heart. Well, thank you so much for knitting and chatting with me, and I will see you back on my channel very soon for some 52 weeks of socks videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see some slightly more regular content from me, go on over to Instagram. I post there a little bit more regularly, and I will hopefully be posting more regularly on YouTube again very soon. Okay,